Welcome to the NewsX World Explainer series. I'm Suma Katauka. The US and Vietnam have struck a new trade deal that could reshape supply chains, energy flows, and market access on both sides of the Pacific. President Trump has announced a 20% tariff on Vietnam's exports, while giving US exports a 0% tariff into Vietnam.
The need to go and make sure that genuine value is added within the country is not only a good thing for the United States because it helps avoid rules of origin fraud, but also very, very good for the Vietnamese side as well. Because if this is enforced, it'll go and encourage other supporting industries to move into Vietnam so that these input parts don't need to go sourced from China anymore.
This deal, reached after months of tense negotiations, could open the door for American automakers, particularly SUV manufacturers, to tap into one of Asia's fastest growing economies. But here's the reality. Motorcycles dominate Vietnam's roads. They account for over 90% of registered vehicles, while cars, including SUVs, just make up only 2%. On the energy front, US LNG exporters are eyeing Vietnam as a potential growth market. The country's economy is manufacturing heavy, and electricity demand has doubled in the last decade. Yet, coal still provides more than half of Vietnam's power supply. It's cheaper than imported natural gas, and Vietnam relies heavily on neighboring China and Indonesia for coal. Meanwhile, clean energy is on the rise. Wind and solar projects account for a large portion of planned capacity, supported by government policies and public demand for lower pollution. For US exporters, this is both an opportunity and a challenge. Automakers face competition from Chinese, Japanese, and South Korean brands that are already well established in Vietnam. And while LNG exporters see potential, Vietnam's shift towards renewables could limit future gas demand. Meanwhile, retailers like Nike, Levi's, and Under Armour, who rely heavily on Vietnam for their manufacturing, are welcoming the lower tariffs, which could help stabilize supply chains after months of uncertainty. So, this deal marks a significant step for US-Vietnam trade relations. But the question remains, can American exporters turn this into a long-term gains? Or will existing market dynamics hold them back? Thank you for watching. Stay tuned with NewsX World for fact-based coverage and analysis.